Hey Dermot,
Hi Nigel, how are you doing? Good to see you again.
and welcome to whoever who's watching us. This is me and Dermot. We are the co-facilitators of the Reset Retreat, and on the 11th of November to the 13th, we're doing a wonderful 2-day event in Portugal. And Dermot, what's it like that location where we're doing this retreat program?
Well, yeah, look, this is just a short little introductory video, and the video is really to introduce our first retreat in Portugal. And we're just doing a small retreat for the Reset Retreat. And just so the listeners, the viewers here can get an idea of what we do. Nigel, you've been doing retreats for the last high-end retreats for the last 12 to 13 years in Bali. And this is our first one now that we're doing in Europe. So we're keeping it small just for a 2-day introduction in a 5-star location in the Algarve. So the retreat is going to be on the 11th, starting on Friday evening at 5 o'clock on the 11th of November. And it'll be Friday evening. We'll get a little bit to eat. We'll settle in. We'll start doing a little bit of processing in the evening time. Then we have full day Saturday. And then we've got Sunday as well, up until 5 o'clock. And we're going to have dinner for the closing. But even though it's a short retreat, it can still be quite an intense retreat. And it's not just about learning on the retreat. It's really about going through the processing on the retreat. And you can still do a lot of processing within 2 days, 48 hours. So that's what people will really expect on the retreat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about, duration sometimes, Dermot. And I think, it depends on if this is the right time in your life. So who is this retreat really for? And if it's for people who are, feeling somehow that they've ticked all the boxes and they're still not happy. Maybe it's for the people who are in relationships where they feel deadened or stuck in that job where they're not happy, or kind of feeling that they're stuck in some aspect, either relationally or spiritually or emotionally or mentally. So it would be for people who would want to start to explore gathering and the disowned parts of self to build a more fulfilled life, to want to go into territories that they normally don't charter themselves, going into the unknown with a group of other people who want to go into the unknown as well. What is the unknown? It's just into the emotional world. It's also going into understanding how you think in a more expansive way. I am a psychotherapist who have been having a clinical practice now for 14 years. I've been running retreats for almost 18. And I am deeply passionate about this work. I'm so passionate to be a witness of what's possible when you bring people together who are open to want to address the things that's holding them back in life, to relinquish the familiar deadening of the dull safety that keeps their lives feeling unfulfilled. So we're going to step on the other side of that into the unknown. And I suppose, Dermot, the reason why this retreat for me is special is because we've got this special combo, because I really admire you as a person, you as a facilitator and a therapist. Tell me a little bit about what it is you're going to bring to this program, brother.
Thank you, Nigel. There's one other thing I'd like to add to what you've said there. When you're going to go on a retreat, in a lot of cases, you can be under a lot of pressure, emotional pressure, psychological pressure. You want more clarity. You can be just under pressure in general. But also you can go on a retreat when you're actually in a good state in yourself, but you're going for growth. You see, you're going for growth because this is about internal growth, really. So in my life, I've done retreats where, I was under pressure. I needed to go on retreats. I also went on retreats when I was in a great space in myself, but I was going in because I was going in for growth. I was going in to face the resistance because I knew when I went in, the resistance would come up because it's not easy. It's easier to avoid. So I deliberately would go in for the growth, for the resistance, going into the darkness to come into the light. And that was my direction, like for the last 26 years. So I'll just keep it quite brief, but I suppose I started practicing, and learning and teaching around 26 to 28 years ago. And most of my practices are Eastern, come from Thailand, they come from India. I spent time with the forest monks, with herb doctors, a lot of different martial arts, and a lot of meditation, 15 years plus of meditation. And what I really teach is a combination of it all together. And I teach what I practice. But the way I teach, it actually flows. It's very intuitive. So when I start a class, I ask everyone, how are you doing? What's happening? What emotions are coming up for you today? What are the predominant emotions during the week? So you get to feel, and it's quite often a lot of people would have the same emotions during a week. And that's what we base the class on. We base the class on what's happening right now for the individuals. And we deal with it in the present moment because it's the only time we can deal with it. So the core and the foundation of what I teach is to recognize the presence. Again, that's always here, coming back home to ourselves, coming back to ourselves here and now. There's a combination of a lot of Qigong, but it's really about the presence, being aware and aligning ourselves all the way from the top dantian, the heart dantian, the lower dantian into complete alignment within ourselves in the presence. And then we can allow the mental processing, the mental defilements, the emotional defilements, and the physical processing take place more smoothly. It's like we go down the river. We stop rowing against the river and the current of life. So that's what I really do, bring people back to themselves. And there's many, many different techniques, different Qigong techniques that we use to harmonize the organs in the body, harmonize the emotions in the body, harmonize the mental body, and to build a certain soft resilience within yourself so you can recognize when there's an obstacle and how to face that internal obstacle. Be brave, be courageous, face that internal obstacle, which happens mainly in life it happens, and to be able to actually face that. So these are going to be tools that you learn and you can bring home with yourself, but really a retreat itself is about the process that happens within that retreat. When we all come together, when we all have the intention to face ourselves and actually face the dark side, from an energetic level, from a mental level, it can get intense and it pushes out the darkness a little bit. And that's what it's really about. Yeah. So that's kind of a broad picture of what I do.
Yeah, I love that, Dermot. And just as you were sharing, I had to mute my microphone because there was fireworks going on. I thought it was very symbolic that as you were speaking, there was somebody releasing some fireworks somewhere nearby. But yeah, another reason, and I like that you said that you can enter into the group if you're feeling well and want to grow and meet that resistance. But also, I find myself in the latter years doing my own sort of workshops to join and enter into new communities of people, to be able to, in my understanding of where we are in the world today, is what's in the old days it was going off to the caves, and that's not what it is now. I think how we can be able to meet life on life's terms now is to be able to be parts of small communities that's reliable, that's responsive, and that can become safe, so we can grow the sense of belonging and connectivity, so that we can deepen through that exchange of being in that type of a community, that type of environment. And often that's so important for us to be able to get into those deeper parts of ourselves, is to have that type of small, intimate community of people. And again, what is it that you could experience by entering into this sort of a program? We talked about it earlier, and it's very abstract when I say the words the unknown. That's definitely, it is abstract because it's different for everybody. You may go into the group wanting to already have done therapy or already have been in retreats and have an idea of what you would like to look at. Other people that might be your first time, where you're just wanting to look at how to be more intimate, how to be more open, how to learn to trust, how to learn to be more emotionally intelligent, how to be able to grab a hold of what you lost a long time ago, that thing called vitality, you know. And as I get more mature in my work, I really realize that's probably one of the biggest parts, is how to feel more vital in our lives, and then bring that vitality to life by moving towards life in new, invigorating ways. And that's what keeps us young. That's what keeps our bodies healthy. So we have that sort of orientation that's possible as well. So for me, it's a 2-day experience where people are going to come together. We're going to be doing different meditation and qigong practices. Then we're going to have like a group therapeutic experience throughout the day into the evening. It'll be a full packed program, and all you got to do is just bring yourself as you are. We meet you where you are, and throughout this experience, hopefully you're going to go home with more of you than what arrived. And this is our first time in Portugal offering this experience, and I'm so excited about it because it's in a beautiful part of Portugal, in a beautiful ancient sacred building. And yeah, this is like an investment. It's also like giving yourself something that your soul has been maybe calling for. So the type of person would be somebody who listens to this video and something starts to wiggle inside, something starts to come alive. So if there's a sort of heart starts to race, or there's a sort of, whoa, this is really interesting, listen to that internal voice, listen to that sort of internal motivation, listen to that wiggle, whatever that might be for you. And me and Dermot would love to take a call to chat with you about it, because yeah, it would be a wonderful investment into your future self. And Dermot, is there anything else that you would like to mention that feels important? We're going to be doing the qigong, the meditation. We're going to have group psychotherapy throughout the days. We're going to have experientials throughout the days.
Yeah, look, a lot of this is around experience, and when you experience it, even in qigong or in the martial arts, the real teachings is when you experience it, it's through transmission. And when you actually get it, when it's been activated in your body, then you have it. So this is going to be happening, where if you never did any body work like this before, energetic work like this before, mental work like this before, when you experience it, you have it. You have it already, but it'll be activated. So you'll get it and you have it, right? That's one thing. The other thing as well, as I said, and we're saying on the website, this is an introductory program at a very much reduced rate, because we're just, it's the first time we're coming into Portugal. Normally the courses are like way more expensive than this, so we have a limited space for 12 people to actually just experience this and feel what this is like for our first program. And yeah, I'm just excited to do this and to get going, Nigel, and like full on. Like when I do retreats, it's full on, so this is going to be full on. Yeah, this is going to be full on from morning to night, so you might feel a bit exhausted at the end of it, but at the end of or through day one, at the end of day two, you'll feel full of energy, exhilarated. That's the way we'll build the program. So yeah, we're ready to go. So if you'd like to join us on a program, feel free, just contact us, as Nigel said, and we'll have a quick chat with you. And if you want to book up, we'll keep you space.
Beautiful. So yeah, another thing I'm going to invite the viewers to do after you finish watching this video, if there's a movement at all where you're curious about this possibility to gift yourself this investment into your future self, it's just take a moment, take like 5-10 minutes and just breathe and feel into your body. Ask yourself, is it a yes? And if it's a yes, then follow that. If it's a no, it's a no. But if it's a yes, follow that and reach out to the link below. And
another quick one, how people can recognize that if not used to recognizing it. I call it your sixth sense, or your intuition, or your inner teacher. You feel into your body, feel into the heart, feel into the body, yeah? And if there's a slight expansion of energy that you're feeling, yes. It's a contraction, it's no. That's how I would do it. If I feel that nice expansion, I go, I want it, yeah? And you go, oh, okay, yeah. That's what I want. So I mean, that's a higher part of yourself, your intuition. It's your sixth sense. It's a part of you. It's saying, yeah, that's for me, or else something else is for you, whatever it is in life, yeah. So you feel if it's expansion or if it's contraction.
Yeah, and you know, it's like I have attended retreats over 20 something years, and sometimes I go there and I'm expanded and I want to go. Sometimes I'm resistant to go because I know I might be meeting some part of me. Sometimes it just all lines up and it feels effortless, you know. And so it's like different times of my life, those things were there for me. So you get an expansion, great. If it's a no, it's a no. But just to know that, to look objectively at your life to see, do you need help? Do you need support? What would it be like if you got it? And if that's a yes to that, then Portugal would be a wonderful opportunity to avail of this really reduced offer, to be in this beautiful surround with very professional therapists, creating an environment that's safe and responsive for you to do some deep work. If you're aligned to want to do that, then please reach out. And thank you for listening. And hopefully, if you're aligning to this, then I would looking forward to seeing you in Portugal. Dermot, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Nigel. I'm going to see you on the 11th in Portugal. You're in Bali now, so you'll be coming up for this. So I'm excited. We'll be all ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, it feels like it feels like a vocational thing where it's just like Portugal is where the next place is supposed to be. So looking forward to it, Dermot. You take care, and everybody out there, take care, reach out, and hopefully we'll see you in Portugal on the 11th. Thank you.
Thank you.